Hey everyone, Rob here from Gunfather Milsim, and today I'm going to talk to you about using cover. I hit on cover a lot. I do a lot of videos about using cover. It's because I think it's really important, and it's kind of your number one skill to develop when it comes to airsoft Milsim and surviving long enough and being successful. So today specifically, I want to talk about how far away you want to be from a piece of cover when you're using it, because that can vary. Okay, so to the whiteboard, if this is our piece of cover here, and this red guy is our bad guy, and this blue guy is our good guy. We're not going to worry about him for now. How far off this piece of cover is this guy going to want to be to effectively use that cover? Now, generally speaking, and I've said this in other videos, you want to be about an arm's length back. Okay, that way your muzzle isn't protruding past the cover, so it's not giving away your position. But you're also close enough that you're not opening yourself up to obtuse angles. Okay, you can really effectively use that cover in front of you. And that's the general kind of industry standard that most people go by. Unfortunately, it's not always possible to be an arm's length off. Sometimes, like you're in a hallway and people got to cross behind you, sometimes you're going to have to move closer and that muzzle is going to have to extend beyond that cover. That is what it is. It's not that big a deal. The question is, when do you want to move further back from cover? Because there is an advantage to it. Okay? So if I'm just doing a standard clear, okay, let's just say unknown threat, don't know anybody's around, I'm going this way. I'm just going to do a standard kind of a 3-point, 45, 90. Okay, and I'll splice in the video here of me doing it on the range or doing it outside. I recently did a video where I was demonstrating this. It's just a standard clear. It's actually, I'm taking some pretty big bites, okay? So first straight ahead, then into 45, then into 90. And if it's a center fed room, I'll take the other 45 and then snap that last 90. The point is, they're pretty big bites of territory that I'm peeking at a time because I don't know what's in there, and it's just a general normal speed. If I know there's a bad guy here, or let's say this bad guy bucks some rounds at me or whatever, so there's a known threat here that's engaging, and I don't have to worry about obtuse angle, and the obtuse angle would be like this guy right here. If he's facing this way, right now this is safe from him, but if I back up, all of a sudden I'm exposed to him. Okay, that's an obtuse angle threat. So we're not going to worry about that. If that's not an issue, then it is, if I have an active threat here, it's better for me to back off this cover a little bit so I can really take this corner in several small bites. And I mean really small bites. So we got an active threat here. We got somebody engaging us. We're using this piece of cover. There's impacts on this cover, so we're using it. And we want to be as careful as we can when we engage this party. We want to maximize our use of that cover and maximize the use of our angles, which basically we want to make the smallest angles with each step that we can make. The way we're going to maximize this cover is we're going to move back from it, move back off it quite a ways. This is, of course, if we don't have to worry about obtuse angles here and here. Okay, and what we're trying to do essentially, and I'm going to try to do some artwork here, and it's going to be horrendous because drawing is not my strong suit. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But the goal is, if this is the human person, if we're right up here, it's very hard to take small bites of territory as you're peeking around that cover. And that's when you're probably just going to see the whole person. All right, you're going to be there, up there, there's the whole person. I see their whole body. They can see at least one eyeball of mine, and they're going to engage at me because there's a target there for them. They know I'm there. You can do a little bit of a trick if you move off because you're moving further away from this pivot point, and therefore the moves that you make as you clear it do not clear as much territory on the other side. So you're seeing smaller and smaller bites. So instead of seeing this whole person as you pivot, you're going to see just that, just a foot or just a hand, or maybe even just a leg and just an arm. You're trying to see part of their body that's not their head and their gun that you can engage first. Okay, it's a really neat trick. It's really effective, but you got to be able to move off that cover and then just take slow little bites and then, oh, there's his leg, boom, and engage it. And oftentimes you can get that shot off without them even seeing anything on you to engage. They're going, well, how the hell did I get hit? Well, it's because he just barely snuck it in, maximizing that use of cover and using this deep angle to get that hit. Now, there is a limit to this. Eventually, if you move back far enough, the problem is this guy can just move up here, take your cover, and then you're screwed. Then you're out in the open with no protection. So there is a limit to it. But you'd be surprised, just switching from your standard 1 arm length off your cover to maybe 4 arm lengths, just a couple steps back, can make a huge difference in how slowly you can pie that area. Now, I recommend you try this one at home to kind of get an idea how it works, and it's real easy. Just find a doorway or a piece of cover, whatever, in your house, okay? And get right up on the cover about an arm's length away, and if you really want to be cool, get your airsoft gun out and get the dot on there and all that shit so you can see lining something up. But just pick an item in the next room that you're gonna try to engage. Let's say you're picking, I don't know, a chair, okay? And try to pie it slow enough so you only see one leg of the chair. Not the entire seat, not the entire chair, just one leg, and you can put a dot on it and theoretically engage that. Now take 3-4 steps back from that piece of cover and do the same thing again, and slowly pie and see how much easier it is to take those little bites and just see one leg and not overextend further than you want to. This technique of moving off your cover to just engage a very small portion of the person you're in a gunfight with is not something I do often, but it's a nice tool to have in the toolbox every once in a while, because when you do pull it out, it really works wonders when you're in a really tight spot. Generally speaking, I keep that arm's length off and I'll just engage from there. But every once in a while, when you really got to get that particularly difficult person out, it's handy if you can to move back. That's all I got to say on that subject. If you guys like my content, please like, subscribe, hit the little bell. You guys know how YouTube works. Better yet, if you want to support my content, go buy some of my merchandise. You can find it at unsavorytees.com. Just go there, go under Unsavory Army. You'll find Gunfather Milsim. Just click on the store icon, and that'll lead you into the store. I sell all sorts of stuff. I sell patches like this one. They come in red, blue, and grayscale. Also sell t-shirts, and I sell quite a few slings. I sell bungee slings. Recently added gray to the colors that you can order. So all that helps support my channel, helps me to keep bringing you guys good content. Thanks for watching.